good Monday afternoon to you.
Hi, people.
Are we all good? All fantastic?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I forgot to push a button. It's no biggie.
I always see these things pop up and then I freak out because I don't know what any of it means.
Don't even worry about it. As long as it doesn't say rumble, we're good.
All right.
So we are all good. So how goes it, Lady Glasses?
Man, all right, well, I mean, the burning has gone away, so that's a good thing.
That's good.
I don't know what happened to me. It feels like I was in a porn, and while I was sleeping, some guy took advantage, and my eyes are sealed shut.
It's the Ron Jeremy illness.
Yeah, so I decided, well, since it happened, might as well get some ladies' glasses to go along with it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Man, I'm irritated today. I don't know why. We have Greg Mack from the Fish 95.5 coming up in a little bit.
Now, you might have wanted to space that out between I'm irritated and we have Greg Mack coming on, because you made it sound like you're irritated that he's coming on.
I'm really not irritated with that. I love Greg. I mean, Greg's one of my favorite people of all time. Can never be irritated with that guy.
Yeah.
But I'm irritated with like 19,000 other things.
Right.
I mean, I feel like a broken record sometimes talking about the shit that goes on in the news and the country and the people that are in it.
Right.
It's nonstop the same bullshit every day. I mean, yesterday I get called a slave to Donald Trump. Now, I am by no means a slave to anybody, ever. Believe me. That's not me.
Right.
Priv, maybe. That was a close one. But by no means am I a slave to anybody. And so, I'm voting in this election based on whoever is not going to destroy this country.
Okay.
And the more and more I hear all the bullshit about, Donald Trump sucks, he's terrible. How couldn't he vote for a terrible guy like that? And it makes me mad. It just makes me mad because you know why? Because your alternative is a dick and a criminal. You're right. Trump is a loser, a misogynist. He's a womanizer. I get it. And what would you do if Donald Trump said that kind of stuff to your wife? I'd punch him in the face and then go let him run the country.
Yeah.
Because I want the country back. You know what I want? I want the country back so where children aren't getting their dicks and breasts cut off because parents think that playing girl and boy is something now that needs to be changed. It's not just playing around anymore like we used to do as kids. It's now an illness. You need to be switched to whatever your gender is. I want a country where we don't have an open border with millions of illegals, sorry that I call them that, crossing the border and taking people's lives and other things. I want a country back where everything's not just out of control anymore. It wasn't like this when Donald Trump was in office, and you know that. Until the pandemic hit, when shit happened, and I blame him for some of the vaccine stuff, no doubt, it didn't run like this.
I know this. I made the horrendous mistake last Thursday of watching the State of the Union. That was a big mistake on my part. I had not watched it since Obama. That's how long it had been since I had watched any State of the Union. So how many did I miss? 12, 13, something like that?
It was a train wreck. And
both sides, but you have to, and we'll definitely get into Biden, because Biden was much more of a train wreck. But not for nothing, but Katie Britt was equally awful.
I have nothing good to say about her at all. Nothing at all to say about
She was embarrassing. She was like a crying June Cleaver.
Yes.
With her 1960s logic of, me and Wesley, we sit around and worry around our kitchen table that you all sit around and say, shut up. They needed Vivek. I apologize. Whoever it was that first introduced us to Vivek, and we both laughed at him, I apologize to you. Because Vivek is like the only guy now that I could actually see other than Trump. I can't see anybody else. At least if they would have had Vivek up in there instead of Katie Britt, Vivek would have been like, Biden is trolling you. He's an asshole. Everything he said is lies. He would have just called it out. Instead, we got the whole nonsensical whining and crying, and meanwhile she's sitting in front of a $10,000 refrigerator and a $20,000 refurbished kitchen. Get out of here with that. Who are the Republicans trying to appeal to? The 0.1% that still goes to church on Sunday?
They're trying to appeal to the soccer moms. The soccer moms that are generally now Biden fans for whatever fucked up reason. They're trying to appeal to them. You want to see what was going on Truth Social during that?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Watch this. I'll show you.
Okay, go ahead.
We're going to buy American. We're going to buy American. Folks, so trade rules. Buy America has been the law since 1933. Also caps and won't even go into effect until 2025. And by the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires.
I love that guy.
That's funny.
Best. No, I mean, it was a ridiculous. That whole thing was a ridiculous joke.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Now, this is what's irritating me today, anyways.
Okay.
I want your opinion. You know the whole Lincoln Riley story?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Her head was crushed, her skull was crushed by an illegal immigrant. An illegal immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
So Biden, during that disaster that he called a speech, I hate to tell people, it's supposed to be a State of the Union. It's supposed to be telling us what's going on in our country, what he's done, what the future looks like, what his plan is for the next however many years he's in office. That's what a State of the Union is. What that dick did was say that we are now in World War II again, with Hitler on the rise again, and we're all going to die because of Donald Trump. He wouldn't say his name because he's a pussy, but we all knew the predecessor was Donald Trump. And so he didn't tell us anything about what's coming up in the country. What he decided to do is pretty much call out half the country and tell them they're horrible people and have no plan of attack other than to get rid of Donald Trump.
It was a campaign speech.
It was. It wasn't a State of the Union. It was a campaign speech without a doubt because he's too much of an ass and too much of a pussy to go out and debate Donald Trump. Now, the sad part is I think debating Biden for Donald Trump is stupid. Because all he's going to look like, it's going to look like elder abuse. Because people will feel bad for this poor, sickly, senile fuck that can't put two sentences together, and Donald Trump will look like an ass because he's beating on him.
Right.
But, anyways, what pissed me off about it was he, didn't know the girl's name, didn't even pronounce it right when he was giving his speech.
He thought he was watching football and called her Lincoln Riley.
Right. Yes, he was. Dear God. But he called the murderer, allegedly, I guess, if you would have said, illegal.
Yeah.
Which I was like, finally, this guy said it right. They're illegals, not newcomers, not neighbors, whatever the new term is. He called them illegal. Then he does this.
I noticed the look of surprise on your face when you walked into the chamber and you saw Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. It was priceless. You feigned shock at seeing her. But during your response to her heckling of you, you used the word illegal when talking about the man who allegedly killed Laken Riley.
An undocumented person. And I shouldn't have used illegal. It's undocumented. And look, when I spoke about the difference between Trump and me, one of the things I talked about on the border was that the way he talks about vermin, the way he talks about these people polluting the blood. I talked about what I'm not going to do, what I won't do. I'm not going to treat any of these people with disrespect. Look, they built the country. The reason our economy is growing. We have to control the border and more orderly flow, but I don't share his view at all.
So you regret using that word?
Yes.
So let's apologize to the murderer who crushed the skull of a girl.
Well, yeah.
And
can't hurt their feelings.
I don't know. I didn't realize that the illegals, I'll call them illegals all day long because they're fucking illegal. I didn't realize that the illegals built this country. Did you know that?
They did.
I didn't know that the illegals built the country.
They didn't?
You could have fooled me. I didn't realize that the illegals built the country. Now let's see what a real president sounds like.
He said he should have called him an undocumented, not an illegal, and he wanted to apologize. He wanted to apologize, and, well, they have a new name, too. They have a new name that's even worse. They have a new name. You know what the new name is? Neighbor. They want to call him neighbor. They want to call him another name. Did you ever hear the other one? Newcomer. A newcomer to our country. Are we going crazy or what? Is this country going crazy? How about that one? Newcomer. The newcomer. No, he was illegal. And I say he was an illegal alien. He was an illegal immigrant. He was an illegal migrant. And he shouldn't have been in our country, and he never would have been under the Trump policy.
Oh, by the way, the family of the poor girl who's had her skull crushed by an illegal immigrant was there at that Trump rally, not with the 14 other people that were at the Biden rally.
Yeah, I saw that part. I saw something about they showed the two rallies and like Trump was in a stadium and Biden was in a gym that was half full. It was like crazy talk.
I still can't see the comments. I'm still like,
I ain't missing nothing.
nothing. Well,
This ain't working, that ain't working, blah, blah, blah.
nothing's working. Everything that we've talked about, that's what the comments are.
Yeah. I guess nobody can go to the SethWilliamsShow.com if one doesn't work. If Rumble doesn't work, go to the SethWilliamsShow.com.
Where you can also comment.
You can also comment from right there, too. It's the alternative to Rumble for those of you whose computers don't like Rumble. Rumble seems to be working fine for me. I'm sitting here watching it, and there's nothing fucking up on it. So, I don't know. Whatever.
But that's the president that we have. That's the president that we have that people are sticking up for, is the guy that apologizes to an illegal immigrant who came into this country and murdered a little girl.
Yeah.
And then the left, if I had the video, I don't know where it's at now, but the left, not just Biden, the left was calling him out on it, saying he shouldn't have used the word illegal. Nancy Pelosi, that skeleton-looking
Cunt.
You
Cunt.
said it.
I'll say it.
She sat there and said, well, you shouldn't have used the word illegal. I mean, it is what it is, but you shouldn't have used that word. And then, of course, you get the squad members going out there and also saying they're not illegals. No person is illegal. Yes, they are. When you cross the border illegally, you are an illegal immigrant. That means
You're a criminal.
Here, you are a criminal by definition alone.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I get called out because I like Donald Trump. Look, I would take anybody over. I don't like Chris Christie even a little bit. That Tublar dude, I would have voted for that guy in a heartbeat over the guy that's in office now.
Yeah, Biden's tough, man. He is. You know, I saw a meme, and it made me think of Chiselka, but it honestly made me think of everybody that's a Biden supporter. And it's nothing even mean. It's just truth. Everybody that calls themselves a Biden supporter on social media, not one of them posts anything pro-Biden. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Like that, they all post anti-Trump,
But nothing.
but not a single one of them would be like, "Oh my God, this policy is fantastic." It's like, yeah, we're for this guy, no real reason, but we're for this guy. We can't point to one good thing he's doing, but we still support him.
You'll never.
What is that?
I don't know. You'll never bring this country together, though. I mean, these
No, it's over.
I think that you're going to eventually bring everybody together and sing fuck it. No, we were at the point of no return. And I don't want to be doom and gloom, but I usually am. But something's got to give.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it ends violently. I don't know how it ends, but it doesn't end well. Because you can't rationalize. You can't have a rational conversation with idiots that think that this guy is actually a good president. You can't. You can't argue with somebody who thinks that the inflation is good. I just paid over $3.50 for gas. I paid $3.60 last night for gas a gallon, and you're telling me that when Trump handed it over to this idiot, it was $2.20, and that was the highest it was in a long time. It was $2.20.
Yeah.
So you can't argue with people about inflation, gas prices. You can't. These people have no clue what's going on. I've been saying it for a long time. Donald Trump on January 6th made a call, and Nancy Pelosi refused to send the National Guard to January 6th to surround the Capitol. Trump asked for the National Guard to be sent there. And now there just happens to be a hidden document that comes out that the January 6th committee suppressed that information about Trump wanting the National Guard there because he knew if there was a problem and they needed to be taken care of. The left did it. Then the left hid the information about it. The document's out there. Go look, you fools.
Yeah, it is easy enough to find.
But I get so tired of being talked down to like I'm an idiot because, look, I support Donald Trump. I support anybody on the right that's going to change this. There were certain things about Nikki Haley I didn't like. I didn't like that she's being funded by the Democrats. I didn't like that her border policy I thought was stupid.
Right.
There were things I didn't like about her. I'm going to vote for the person that I think will change this country in the right way and do the things that I need done to have this country back to the way that it should be.
It would just be nice if we had more than one alternative, and that one alternative has half the country so delusionally outraged. You know what I mean? And again, Trump is fine. I'm sure I'll pull the lever for Trump, in November. I'm sure that's what I'll vote for, but it would be nice if we had other options.
I don't disagree with you. But that's not the case. We have to deal with what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bob.
I know. Well, that's why I said I'll vote for Trump. I don't love the guy. I don't even have a real like for the guy. I just think that I'm less likely to have to shoot somebody with him as the president than with Biden.
There you go.
That's really what it comes down to.
Hope you're feeling okay over there, Bob. What Greg say? Remember? Yeah, there was no pipe bomber.
Well, there's all kinds of those stories. And then there's just common sense stories about that the media just refuses to cover because it doesn't meet the narrative. Dude, look at this. You saw this girl that got her head smashed into the fucking ground over the weekend, right? Or last week?
Which one?
The one at the school, at the high school where it was a white girl that got her head, I think she died, but she's either in critical condition or she died.
I didn't see that, actually.
Oh, you didn't see it? No. Let me see if I can find that for you. It was only in every single feed on Twitter. So, yeah, this girl...
I try to stay off of X as much as humanly possible.
I'm all in on X. X is good violent video for me. Let's see here. X is definitely the violent video, but it's just another one of those things. If it would have been the other way around, if it would have been a white girl smashing a black girl's head like this, it would be front page news. You would have riots. You would have every city in this country burning down. Let's see here. Black girl smashes white girl's
undocumented
head.
Murderer. That's what we got to call him, right? Undocumented murderer.
Well, but murderer's tough too. I mean, that's a little steep.
Undocumented smasher of skulls.
Now that could work.
That would work.
That would work.
Where are my Biden supporters, man? Come on, where are they? Come on, man.
Well, we blocked the one.
We blocked the one that we had. No, there's more out there. Believe me.
Sure, there is.
Ice cream. The only thing I have in common with Biden is I love a good ice cream, and I'll tell you that. I agree. Joe Biden's the best president ever because he likes ice cream, just like I do.
Well, nothing wrong with ice cream.
If he gave us all free Briars, I'd vote for the guy.
So you could easily be bought. You're as bad as the rest of them.
He's going to give everybody free college, that kind of give me a lifetime supply of Pierres, and I'm fucking voting for that guy.
I can't find that video.
His brain is like a bowl of vanilla ice cream, dude.
Why can't I find that video?
Did they take it down?
No chance they took it down. There's way too many clicks to be had on that video.
I'm a Republican, but I'd be okay voting for RFK Jr. Look, I don't have anything really horrible to say about RFK Jr. I mean, I like some of his policies. I think he's a little nutty when it comes to the green stuff, the climate change stuff.
Yeah, he is. He's a bit. All right, here we go. I got it. All right, I'm just going to give people their warning. This is some graphic shit here.
Graphic.
But it should be news, but it's not. There she is on the ground. Hold on. Let's go back to the beginning. Is it going to play? Come on now.
You have Cox Internet?
There it comes.
You're antenna.
And watch this. Right here. Watch this.
Oh, shit. All right, yeah, turn it off.
Yeah. Have you heard about it? Have you seen it on the news?
Nope.
Why not?
No, I'm guessing. Well, I can get one guess, and I'd be right.
Yeah, and you'd be right.
That's the most horrific thing I've ever seen.
That's
That
what I'm
girl's gonna be
saying.
put in jail for the rest of her fucking life.
That's what I'm saying. But no, that's not even news.
Wow, that was
It's not even making the news.
That's worse than I thought it was going to be.
Dude, it's that video is everywhere right now. It is all over the place. And again, if it was flipped the other way, if that was a black girl getting her head smashed like that, you would have Biden out there calling for the burning of cities, him and Nancy Pelosi. You should be out there protesting.
Wow. That was really
I told you.
bad.
I gave a warning.
Are they doing anything with that girl? Is there any update on that?
I haven't.
That's what you do. That's what you do to people like that. Shoot them. Done.
Yeah.
Out.
I'm not sure. I've heard that she might have been arrested, maybe. But but you know, it's not. Why is that not news? Why is that not in the news? There's 400 versions of that video online. People are definitely talking about that. The video version that I just played for you has 23,200 likes on it and 1,300 comments. That's one version of it. Like I said, I saw that video 4,000 times over the weekend on every different blue check that's out there. But yet I have not seen not so much as a mention of it in a story. Yeah, this went on it's like at a school or something. It's crazy shit, right?
That was a crazy video. Yeah. I mean,
Told you.
that's as violent as it gets.
But the closest we can come to mainstream media, you know where I found this? On the Hindustan Times. Not the New York Times.
Well, because the mainstream media is too busy, trying to bash Trump and say that Trump is a dick, and we need Biden.
Well, it's the same thing. We can't deal with absolutely true crimes. Instead, let's deal with, I called a murder. That'd be like if all of a sudden I said that girl's a murderer, they'd want me to apologize to her. If you say that girl that was smashing the white girl's head into the concrete is a murderer, like you just said, she's a murderer and she deserves the death penalty, you're all of a sudden going to be called in to be corrected. You're wrong.
I'll probably be called a racist.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're a racist.
And I don't care what the hell color they are. You do something like that to somebody, you deserve the death penalty.
She doesn't know. And the answer will be, she doesn't deserve any penalty. She's the product of 400 years of oppression. That is what the answer will be.
Yeah, where was that? Do you know what city or what?
Not sure. Hazleton, what is Hazleton SD?
South Dakota?
South Dakota, maybe?
I don't know.
That's the school that she was at. Let's see if they're... Okay, here's an update. A student is in the hospital in critical condition after being brutally beaten and with her head smashed against the pavement by a mob of students. There it is, getting smashed again. Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't see a mob of students. I saw a student that was.
Well, there's it's a big brawl that's going on. It's like that girl and one other, and from and of course now it's the Hazleton School District, wherever that is. But of course now there's posts out there now. Well, the white girl started it. That doesn't make it okay. That does not make it okay. Right?
No, it doesn't make it okay. Just sit there and smash her face in the ground until she's next to death. No, it doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, it's craziness. So I don't know.
We'll keep bitching about stuff.
And again, this is why I will not do tech support. If you can't watch it on Rumble, watch it on the SethWilliamsShow.com. Go over there.
My feed doesn't keep dying, so everything's fine.
It's not dying on this end.
Can't wait to talk to Greg Mack and see what he has to say about everything. He keeps commenting on stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't ask him about politics today because he's on supporting a great charity event.
Bring him on twice. Bring him on for a half hour, go to a commercial, come back, and then we'll talk politics with him. We can do that.
I got yelled at by somebody on Facebook today saying, "Is your show going to end at 5:30 every week?"
Yes.
That's the time I take my break, and I can't. I don't want to leave my break and go back to work. I'd rather listen to the show. I mean, that's a good thing.
Greg just said he'll jump in and talk politics.
You can come on anytime. You can jump on now, Greg.
Jump on. Come on in. Apparently half the crowd won't see it because it's freezing or their computers don't work or whatever the fuck, but
Whatever, it's working just fine.
it's working. There's several outlets you can go to. You can go to X, you can go to Facebook, you can go to SethWilliamsShow.com. It's working somewhere. And if not, watch the replay.
Or Facebook.
Or Facebook or wherever.
And quite frankly, look, that's the least of my worries today.
Yeah, me too.
I'm getting so tired of being insulted because of who I like and want to be president. And I'm getting tired of it because what difference does it make to you who I vote for? And
Yeah.
What's up, Greg?
Hey, had to shut the
Greg
feed
Mack.
off so I'm not getting an echo.
Well, there
Oh,
you go.
good.
Greg Mack from 95.5, The Fish.
Hey,
I shouldn't have said that because you're going to talk politics first. So, Greg Mack from a guy that sits in his basement watching us.
Oh, now he went away. Now he jumped off. I don't know what happened there.
What's funny about the left and when you talk to him about certain things, and look, I'm not going to talk about who I was talking with or anything like that. It's not important. But as soon as you bring up anything or you want to talk about it, have a discussion, and I don't care whether it's a heated discussion or not, all of a sudden it becomes, all right, I'm done. See you. Mm-hmm. Or it's, you're plain stupid for even thinking that. Well, why am I stupid? Why isn't your side stupid?